Alright. So should I go? Should I turn on my camera on this? You know, so you know what? Yeah, I turn on the camera still. And I make it small. I make it small. That kind of big. Make it still. I make it still. I make it still. Wagwan Bolo TBV, wanna deal with pick up yourself. So we live on Bolo TBV, we live on Bolo VNR 2 point no Bolo VNR clips and we live on Bolo VNR 2.0. Dahlia, how are you? Good night. Good to see you, sweetheart. Blessings to you, blessings to you. Where's my other phone? Oh, here it is. Alright. Let me start the show. I'm gonna connect the Bluetooth box. Definitely have to connect the Bluetooth box. Yes, yes. Jamaica place Ati. K girl, what's up? No, sir. Hey, man, want to live a certain country. Me can't manage them and eat it, brother. Me say a judgment on the land. Judgment on the land. Terrible, man. Terrible. Oh, why would I do that? I forgot that I did that video. I forgot that I did that video just to play it when I start my show. Yeah? I put out that video just to play that video anytime I start my show. Real talk. Psalms 37. Yep. Where is it? Twitter. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's a brother Bolo VNR. I want to read Psalms 37. Alright? Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thine way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait on the Lord shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked hath drawn out the sword, and hath bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and slay such as be such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter in their own hearts, and their bow shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of a man of many wicked. Yeah, let me read that again. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as fat of lambs. They shall they shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous sheweth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and that they be cursed of him shall be cut off. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now I am old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil, and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment. The Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God it is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seek to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the man, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble, and the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Yes, my people, yes. Pleasant good night, everybody. Pleasant good night. I know we have to play the anthem. We have Albert in the building. Yeah, we have to play the anthem. What is going on here, Father God? I just realized something. Let's see. I don't want any trouble, you know. What is going on? Don't tell me say I have trouble. I'm just play the anthem.
Years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. Hey, hey. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high rise, road still full of wood. House pocket to a fill while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan, but 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council bro? Country suffocating done and it just smoke. And when we raise we voice so call we political, but the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Them say no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are knock on the door.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negri, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Police, our time to go. We no want no hype, we no want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still on the top party. 10 years, you say. 10 long years, I look out Jamaica still. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew a live great. Hey, hey. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Ha! Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high rise, road still full of hope. A whose pocket do I feel while the nation lose its soul? Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in a politics we ever see. Police, time to go. Time to go. The people,
Them say no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are not on the door. Police,
Time to go.
time to go. From Kingston to Negri, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Police, our time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan, but 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council bro? Country suffocating done and it just smoke. And when we raise we voice so call we political, but the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Them say no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are knock on the door.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negri, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Police, our time to go. We no want no hype, we no want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people cupboard empty. Oh, you live so large when we living so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking and I know too late.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Them say no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are not by the door.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negri, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Oh yes, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. What can't afford feet? We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.
This is the song for the last 10 years. We say we'll have come again, alien. My supporter then come first, and I say play it again, I play it again.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food, pan we play. People are suffer while Andrew I live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high rise, road still full of wood. House pocket to a field, while the nation lose its. Years, you say.
Wait a sec.
Brazil beat the shut up, man.
Big up all our Brazil fans, but don't not tease me German team.
Yeah, man.
Brazil, don't come. I want go on. The internet.
Yeah, man.
Then that shake game. Yeah, man.
10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food, pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew I live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high rise, road still full of wood. House pocket to a field, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in a politics we ever see. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. The people, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done really show. Boldness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan, but 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Roads crack up parish council, bro. Country suffocate done and it just smoke. And when we raise revise so call we political, but the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
They say no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are not on the door.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. All less our time to go. We no want no hype, we no want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people cupboard empty. How you live so large when we living so scanty? Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking and I know too late.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
They say no.
we say no. this for every Jamaican who can't afford feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.
Mr. Cool. God. Sir
Me
Cool.
there, Bolo. Me
Yeah.
there, you know. Is a man we take five.
To say everything I comfort of him.
Is a man we take 5,000 of a vote for Labour. I come now and I beg. And me tell him say make sure say $5,000. Him have $1,000 a year.
Should I give him?
Give him? If you give him nothing, I me know. Yeah.
Let him blood clot live.
He collect $5,000 to go vote for Labour, right? That's $1,000
Okay,
a
it's
year.
As long as him live.
But just the one who see them at hear it on YouTube. It a work. It a work. Yeah,
It a
it a
work?
work. Yeah, man, it a work, man. They can hear it on YouTube. Me have streamed it on.
$5,000 in game to go vote for Labour, right? And him come here now and tell me say he hungry.
Mighty God.
I may have 3 dogs with hungry on him, you know. And me 3 dogs no collect 5. Not even 500. And me 3 dogs no collect, you know.
Mighty God. What you saying to me? What you saying to me? Me have an extensive class tonight, you know, Mr. Cole. You understand? So, you know where they party. A whole heap of video me I go through that night, yeah. Me have them line up already. Cause we have a talk
Me
about
say
this.
a man just come look a while. He just reach it.
Yes.
And me I sit down. What kind of fish? Where is fish here? Escobit?
Yeah, Escovitch.
Yeah, when you fry down and cook it down.
Yes,
me
man,
do it.
Escovitch.
I know
Yeah.
me do it. So me come in and I eat and he come and say hungry. And me stop eat and cover down a plate and tell him say me hungry, me dog get hungry on him.
Jesus.
It's going hard.
A man collect $5,000 for vote for jail. So him not have $1,000 a year. $2.60.
Him supposed to make it last.
Him supposed to have same way.
That's why. On a serious level, that's why you don't have to vote for your belly, you have to vote for policy.
Policy. It's
Yeah.
sweet. It's a film lips of one heart. It's sweet. It's a film lips of one heart.
You hear that?
Yes.
So him come now and tell me say me hungry.
Yes.
He not have no light the kind light cut off.
You know what?
Jesus.
Paul and Favor Williams.
You better call upon Darrell Voss. You better call upon Darrell Voss about the light.
Call upon Finance Minister.
Yes.
He said hungry. Call upon the Finance Minister. Aye.
Him collect 5,000, me no collect nothing.
Alright. But
Me go vote free.
you're working with the policy?
Yes. Policy we vote for.
Yeah.
That is it.
Call upon the Finance
Somebody
Minister.
say, Mr. Cole, somebody say, you're not tired. Look like you've been doing the rounds to them, man.
I always, you know, Bolo, make I tell you the truth, Bolo. From I am 14 years old, I never have a day off yet.
Mighty
Seriously.
God, really? Wow.
And I'm 65
You know, say-
years old.
You know, say you have to make sure, say you take care of yourself. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, me eat. Well, I know, a food is what give you strength. I eat healthy. Believe me,
No,
I
but
don't.
you have rest
Bolo,
to, you
I
have
do
rest to,
not.
bro. You have rest to, bro.
Yeah, man. By 2 o'clock, me go to bed, and by 4 o'clock, me wake up back.
No, that not enough rest.
For you,
That not
for
enough
you,
rest.
for you,
That not enough rest,
right?
Mr. Cole.
Yeah, man. By 4 o'clock, me have to head out. Go do what me have to
Mighty
do.
God.
However, by 3 o'clock, me stop work. 3 o'clock,
Oh,
every
okay.
day, me stop work.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have about an hour rest between 3, 4. Sometime a little longer by 5 o'clock. You understand? Depends on
Yes.
where me there and which part me reach. Right?
Yeah.
But I do not believe in this long sleeping or so forth. Right? But
Okay.
this gentleman come now. And I can tell me say hungry and he collect $5,000 for vote for Christopher Tufton. Right?
Really? Out of all that
Yeah.
people we are match up the healthcare system. What you know
You're
easy?
not here make Christopher Tufton take $80 million based upon the Auditor General report and give him sweetheart
He
in a
influenced the deal.
market me.
He influenced the deal.
See? And him now come tell,
Him influence her getting the deal, the government contracts.
and now him a come tell me say him hungry. Me stop eat because me tell him say my 3 dog they hungry now, me mean dog. Me no mean no other dog. 4 foot
Alright, Mr.
dog.
Cole, you want to go on now. You want to go on now. But the 30 minutes in a show, and as me say, me a whole heap of things that me a go over. You see me?
Yes.
So, me have got come off of the you understand?
Do you have to
man.
do? Do you have to do?
So big up yourself.
Alright.
Yeah, man. You know, I look more. Yeah, my general. Bless up. Cool. Well, I'll get some early race, yeah, man. But I mash up yourself, my general. People, when you strap on the bootstraps, man. It's gonna be a roller coaster ride tonight. Can't tell you that right now. Tonight, now gonna man. Yeah, we have a ride tonight. Let me see. So this, we definitely need to have this over right. We need this over right. Alright. Let me see. Then there. Make sure some people them. Good night, Chrissy B. Thank you so much, my darling. Alright, so from the other day upon TikTok, we haven't been getting the likes on a standard that I would like it to be. Yes? So me a beg you to focus on tapping up the screen. You are on my side. And for those that can share with some new people, share with some new people. But tapping up the screen, we need to get to 50k likes. YouTube, I'm asking you to share the live stream right now with 10 people. 10 people right now. Alright? Let me just check the YouTube to see if the framing is good enough so I can see the content I want to share. Just give me a second, my good people. Yeah, man, curry goat and okay, it's actually almost perfect. We just need to try it a little bit. Alright, wonderful. Alright, my people, let's get right into it. This story was shocking. I don't know how many of you are actually aware of this story. It was like a day ago, but some of you might have missed. Anita, good night. How are you, my darling? Check this out, guys.
Several guests at Riu Hotel in Ochorea, St. Anne were left angry. Several guests at Riu Hotel in Ochorea, St. Anne were left angry as their vacation took an unpleasant turn due to a lack of running water in their rooms. But hotel officials say the issue is restricted to one section of the property and everything is being done to fix it.
Rio guests in the lobby Saturday trying to get answers from the hotel's management about the lack of running water in their rooms. Some of the visitors tell TVJ News that they've been without the precious commodity for days.
We have to literally use the waste basket, fold the waste basket, pour it into the toilet to flush that.
I got moved last night at 10:30 to the area that isn't impacted this way. And this has been since we checked in Tuesday. So last night, only because I made such a stink, such a scene in the...
Jamaica, it's been out for days. Yesterday was Saturday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. We can definitively say, based off what this lady is saying, all right, Anita, good to have you here, darling. 4 days. It's been 4 days now, and the situation was not fixed. That's a long time. For tourists, 4 days without water in a section of the Rio Hotel, yeah, that's crazy. Let's continue.
Lobby, and I said, no, I'll call a lawyer. You can't leave me with no bathroom. You simply can't. Men are going outside, which, hey, God bless them, they can. Women can't do that. And this queen is not going to go into bushes.
It's far from what they'd expected coming to Jamaica on holiday.
If there's no running water, how is the staff washing their hands? I haven't eaten all day because...
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most embarrassing part. Outside of them filling up water in them garbage bin for sure. It happened already, you know. I blame the hotel and I blame the hotel partially. And I blame the government. Yeah man, Sentan, Ochi, no. No, there should be no, not Dessa, not Rio, no. There should be no water problems. Do you know how much rivers is in those areas? There should be no water problems, ladies and gentlemen. And there never used to be any water problems in those areas. Why now? Why 2026? Let's continue. So she don't even want to eat the food there at that time because there's no water. Tell her that is the local experience living. Yeah, in some areas, you know, in St. Ann, and you know, St. Mary, you see the headlines. You see like these places, they will have some issues with the water. But brother, not in the area, they're not on the coast. Me don't know about that. I force me to hear this. First,
I don't want to take that risk to go.
Coming to Jamaica on holiday.
If there's no running water, how is the staff washing their hands? I haven't eaten all day because I don't want to take that risk to go into a common area to eat food when there's no running water.
I'm here with about 25 people.
Food when there's no running water.
I'm here with about 25 people. We spent over $80,000 to come on our vacation, and it's terrible. I mean, right now my buddy, he is sick, and he don't know if it's because of the food he ate. And
$80,000, 25 people. His friend is sick, and he don't know. He can't determine right now whether if it's the food he ate. Jamaica, let me tell you something. If that man is sick because of the food he ate at the hotel, I'm telling you, they're going to have a lot of lawsuits, bro. Once they're not going to be able to win. I'm telling you right now, the reputational damage alone that would have on the Rio Hotel is ridiculous. And just Jamaica overall. Like, bro, that is not good, bro. That is not good. This is terrible.
And, you know, I have people from all over the United States came with us. And, you know, the situation is bad, man. The toilets are backing up. I have my little 2-year-old son with me. I'm scared that he gets sick, you know what I'm saying? So we just want to rectify. We didn't even want money back. We just wanted the water to be running, but no one is listening.
When contacted,
Now, I think TVJ did a little damage control. Because that man was not finished talking. It sounded like he was saying nobody was listening. Let's catch that again.
My little 2-year-old son with me. I'm scared that he gets sick, you know what I'm saying? So we just want to rectify. We didn't even want money back. We just wanted the water to be running, but no one is listening.
When contacted,
I'm going to reduce that he's saying nobody is listening. Real, regardless of the social media, regardless of mainstream media doing that, the experiences of the guests, you guys are not gonna y'all better sweet up those guests, bro. I'm telling y'all, if I was your advisors at the Ryu Hotel, if I was the Minister of Tourism, I would contact the Ryu Hotel immediately and let them know, listen, y'all better do some damage control. Cause the way these people talking, bro, y'all not gonna outlive this. They got family, they got friends, they got social media. And once that white lady come out and start talking about her terrible experience in Jamaica when there was no water, and she's a queen and all of that, ooh boy, listen.
the hotel's management rejected suggestions that the problem was widespread. We were informed that it was restricted to a section of the property. The hotel also rejected claims that nothing had been done, explaining that some of the affected guests were relocated. We were
So now the hotel is saying the guests are lying. I'm sure it's going to be on Travel Advisor C. Fisher. Lord have mercy.
further informed that the matter has since been resolved. Carrie Simpson, TVJ News.
Lasco Financial Service.
Alright, so oh man, this part.
Extreme heat has disrupted. In news overseas, extreme heat has disrupted 4th of July celebrations across parts of the United States, including the cancellation of a parade in Washington, D.C. The Great American State Fair in the nation's capital, marking the country's 250th birthday, was also temporarily shut down after multiple people were treated for heat-related illnesses. More than 165 million people were sweltering on Friday under record temperatures along the U.S. East Coast and Midwest. According to the U.S. National Weather Service, the heat wave is disrupting the holiday weekend as U.S. President Donald Trump hosts a celebration marking America's 250th birthday with multiple World Cup matches taking place outdoors.
So even America, things are locking down because of the heat. People simply can't take it. And the more persons are together in a big crowd, it's going to intensify the heat even more because oxygen becomes there. A lot of carbohydrates, you guys exhaling. Listen, stay home, y'all. I don't know how people go to the World Cup and ram up themselves into those stadiums. Y'all not afraid of dying of heat stroke? Seriously. Yeah, I'm not going outside, but I'm straight. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, I did a video on my TikTok and it pretty much went viral. I never expected it to go viral, but given the results, the response from the people in the comment section, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you on TikTok that made this video go viral. You guys are amazing. Some people there were, they missed the point and they were trying to defend 1 p.m. See this video right here, 172,000 views. Listen to this. No, Jamaica, y'all tell me, say, Andrew Ones love poor people and love Jamaican people. Now look at the state of this lady's situation. right here, so. The poor lady have a arch, a unk back. You understand? I don't remember what the medical terminology is for that. But look how hazardous it is for her to actually enter her home, or what is left of it. Garbage everywhere, furniture, the house top tear off, everything here, so. I mean, this lady look like she live alone. Look on zinc and furniture just dash like the hurricane. Everything what happen in a hurricane, just leave this lady. Yo, man, I tell you, say, any laboratory coming on my comment section and defend Andrew, no go away. Me no rate to no. None at all, me no rate to no. So, I was very upset. I'm talking about genuinely upset, ladies and gentlemen. I was very angry, and I am still angry. I'm angry at this government because they have the money to do better, and then sit down and the people them must suffer. Just like what the song said. Right? Just like what the song said. Months gone by and people still live under tarpaulin. And some will live under the sky. And the man them have the money. I live here, what you doing? The man them have the money to change things, ladies and gentlemen, and then sit on the money telling us that they're being strategic. What is the strategy? What should be the outcome of the strategy? For the persons them to suffer longer? Is that the aim of his strategy? Hoping that persons die of just looking and seeing no hope. He talks about the people being resilient enough to take all this pressure and pain when there's relief to be given. You see, I'm just like it hurt me, you know. It hurt me for real, you know. Yo, you don't understand. Yo, I don't think some people understand like it. Burn me for that government, you know. And I tell you, say, you know, I just God alone. God, me know say I gotta deal with them. Every single one of them, me know say God, I gotta deal with the case. Remember me tell you that. But, ladies and gentlemen, I saw something here and it made the news, and I hope that this same lady made the news. Don't listen to this.
A St. James senior citizen is pleading for help after Hurricane Melissa destroyed her home. Months later, she's still living in poor conditions without proper shelter. With little support, Lesma Reed says there's nowhere else to turn.
So, this is the same lady, Lesma Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's her name. See that? Look at the oh God. Brother, the thing me, yo, man, I tell you, say this anger my soul, brother. I truly even know.
Support, Lesma Reed says there's nowhere else to turn. She says she has applied to the government's roofs program. However, the wait has been long and difficult.
Jesus, Father, God, take the case and the pillow. The thing only get worse. Worse than me could have even think. So you tell me, say this lady apply for the roofs program and she don't get no help from the government. I thought she was just overlooked because they never assess her. No, we are get to understand that the lady apply and she don't get no help. Yo, me have a mother, you know. Yo, they think I hurt me in Jamaica, but not tell no lie, you know. They think I hurt me soul, you know, brother. The lady, I want a very elder lady, this, you know. And you see how she walk with her back like so. And you tell me, say, we have a government where this lady could have applied. That means, say, assessors went there and look upon the place. And this lady not get no help. And you tell me, say, this is a caring government. And the elderly people them right there, them take them out of them bed. Figure vote. You see why 60% or 61% of Jamaica don't vote? When outsiders look at things like that. Worse if one person will say Labour Right or PNP. And then them things up to them and then don't get no help. Why? Why go up on campaign? Why jump up and raid? brother, me rather just guard the polls, you know. Me see policy when me like, me a vote, but me don't have a bag of excitement. And I put on clothes and no, I'm good. Me good, brother. Me good. All me want the government to do is to do right by the people of Jamaica. Me not have to directly benefit. Once we see other citizens are benefit from policy, me good. Me will find a way in all of that to make it work for me. This is terrible, man.
You know, disagreeable, I mean, like, a comment, you know, leave yourself to God. You know? That's it.
So you say you have somewhere, you have a room where you sleep in?
It's not even good, but the bed, not okay. But I sleep on one side of that. When rain party, all of it have to go tear down. Because God just hold up that little part for me.
As she
Yo, this even break me out even more, bro. This even break me out even more, bro. The lady I got you all of this and she still I give praises to God see me. What's up, Georgina? Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Yo, brother. Yo. I said, brother, anything happen to Anjolis, brother, I tell you no. Me not even look upon it. Anything happen to any of them in our government. My heart against them, brother. Hard. Me not feel sorry for none of them when God judge them. None of them. My mama tell you that.
He holds on for assistance. Ms. Reed is hoping relief will come soon.
Something for Mr. Wheatley down at the part office tomorrow. Because they say I was to come back the last of June, but I just wait until yesterday I went and I have a letter what he gave me to come back tomorrow morning to go over the Sagacor Bank.
In the meantime,
Sorry about that, mommy. People, me a beg you in a Jesus name. You see that GoFundMe here? Me a go post it. Me a go post it for me all of my channel them on YouTube. And me a go post it on my TikTok. This a come from TVJ. This not come from BOLO TBV. Me a go put it up. Me a go put it in my group. More everybody, if you don't have the number, look up on TVJ, you watch a video and take it down for yourself and donate to that area. GoFundMe. Right? They might try to get 7K USD. Them have on this right now, them have 279 rates so far. Alright? So some people already are give to it. People may have begged you. May have begged you if you can't donate. May have begged you to share the information. Get the link to the YouTube. Share it. Send it to people so they say this thing is a legit thing that comes from TVJ. This lady is in desperate need of help. Desperate need of help. Right? Yo, me said that, yo. Oh, the man got a Portland where they have to play our house. Yo, my brother, so.
a GoFundMe account has been set up under the title Help Miss Lesma Rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
So, as I said, Miss Lesma, well, I'm going to tell her myself now, I'm going to tell her, yo, it's just break me out there. Tell her the truth. Yo, you never know certain things. You never know certain things that don't mean. You understand? Because I get more angry, I truly do. want to play this some miscellaneous thing before we get into the core thing tonight. I appreciate a young lady because she lives in Argentina. Argentina has been getting a lot of press, you know, the history of Argentina, how them deal with black people and all type of thing. Some of that, I'm glad to come across a video for somebody who actually live in Argentina and is a black person from Jamaica. Want to check this one?
Argentina has many supporters in Jamaica, but do Argentines actually support and love Jamaica? I'm a Jamaican person, lived in Argentina for over 10 years, and every time I'm in Argentina and I'm from Jamaica, the response is always positive. Maybe 99% of the time. Maybe 1% for, 1 or 2%, but it's almost always positive. They always start by saying, oh my gosh, it's my dream to visit Jamaica, or they'll start singing about Marley song, or they'll mention Usain Bolt, or sometimes they'll probably talk about some other reggae artists where they say, oh my gosh, I love reggae. And the appreciation and the love for Jamaica is so wide and so great in Argentina that it was so mind-boggling because I'm like, these people don't really know much about other countries so much, or their culture, or other countries in the Caribbean. But Jamaica stands out, and there was actually a restaurant in Buenos Aires, that's the capital, that was actually decorated with all Jamaican stuff. I'll see if I can include that, include some pictures that I took from when I went there. They call pimienta de Jamaica. I've seen it. Pimienta de Jamaica. Jamaican tea there. Actually a brand of t-shirts, I think it's Smith Curl, that they have Jamaica as a part of their logo. And the greatest thing is that they actually have alcohol to like their biscuits, their traditional biscuits. There's a brand that's pretty much Jamaican or Rasta. It's related to Rasta. It's called Rasta Alcohols, and it's one of the biggest. It does very well, and people say that it tastes really good. So yeah, Argentinians, they really love Jamaica, and a lot of them are actually visiting Jamaica right now. So yeah. And just as a Jamaican, I was doing very well over there. In the world, they mentioned they're from Jamaica. Some was like getting the free pass. So that's the same thing in Argentina. So yeah, you support Argentina first work out because you guys have support as well in Argentina. Bye. Okay, something that I should have mentioned is that the Rastafarian culture is actually very well accepted and appreciated in Argentina. So you see a number of them with locks. And they actually have a number of reggae bands, but the most popular one is called Los Pericos. So you can look them up and look at their music. We're in Argentina, Buenos Aires, and we have a lover, Argentine who loves Jamaican culture.
I'm a real prophet Damien from the Ethiopia People Black International Congress. Living in Argentina, born in Argentina and raised in Argentina. But me love Jamaican culture, especially Rastafari culture, that culture that we learn to everyone to know to find their own vine of peach tree,
Argentina has
Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys. I didn't realize that my microphone was still on. A pure echo. Damn. Sorry about that, man. If you had a video before that messed up. Because I realized, So, yeah, I've seen a lot of videos online. And the hate for Argentina is real. So I was wondering if, it's really that bad. Well, if it's really that bad, then I know that lady I live over there now. I mean, I know how Argentines embrace Rasta culture in Jamaica. It appears as if there's two worlds there. I'm not saying what the other persons are saying is not true, but the way they paint it is like, Argentina does hate black people and are the worst country, and we just enough to support. I thought I'd share that. Let's continue. This was very interesting. Listen to that Bridget, our wife brother. I don't know if this is true or not what he said, but he said he went to a black church. Listen to this.
I took my gay friend Marcus to our black neighbor's church. We've got these lesbians. I started going to church with our black neighbors. They invited me a few weeks ago. And I was curious, excited. I'd never been to a black church, and I haven't been to any church in years, so I went. I didn't know what to expect. They told me the church starts at 10 o'clock, so I arrived at 9:45. What they did not tell me is that parking lot church starts at 9:30. So I was late. So I got there, we went inside, and I sat down next to Miss Beverly. And then the church starts. And the choir starts singing. And the music starts playing. And it was amazing. And they sang, and they sang, and they sang. And we were on our feet. This went on for an hour. Then we sat down. Then the pastor came out and started delivering his sermon. And I had never seen anything like that. That was something. He would start preaching. We would get fired up. Then we would stand up and say hallelujah, then sit back down. And he would preach some more. Then we would stand up and say hallelujah and sit back down. Then he would preach some more, and we would stand up and say hallelujah, then sit back down. At one point, I had my hands up over my head. Didn't even know why. That lady sitting next to me in the purple hat was vibrating in her seat. It was something else. I don't know what I believe, and I don't know what they're selling, but I'm buying. I'm in. They convinced me. So I went back the next Sunday, and this time I was ready. I got there at 9:15. I was wearing a nice tailored suit, nice pair of shoes, looked the part this time. We walked in, and I sat down next to Miss Beverly and that lady next to me in the pink hat. And it was the same thing. The choir was singing and the music was playing, and we were standing and we were sitting, and the pastor came out and he delivered a sermon, and we would stand up and say hallelujah and sit back down. I had my hands up over my head again and didn't know why. That lady in the pink hat vibrated again. I mean, I am sold. I can't get enough. So this time, I stuck around for fellowship afterwards, and they had a spread of food a mile long, and everybody was so nice and so welcoming. Everyone came up and they shook my hand and introduced themselves to me. At one point, that lady in the pink hat, she came up, she grabbed my hand, and then she told me about all the potholes on her street. Asked me what I could do about them. I don't know what that was all about, but I guess I can make some phone calls. Yeah, I'm going back this Sunday. For sure. But my buddy Marcus, who just happens to be gay and a little sparkly, wants to go. And I asked Miss Beverly. She said fine. So I'm going to take my gay friend Marcus to my black neighbor's church.
Man, I don't think he's making that up, man. That man went to church and, man, boy, you know what I'm saying? That energy of praising the Lord hit him, boy. He said, man, I don't know nothing about this. I got to come back. You know? And next thing you know, gay friend is coming too. I hope they both get saved, you heard? That's how it's supposed to go. Amen? Let's continue.
Jamaica. I just want to let you know, because I think you know already. But I just want to bring more attention to what is happening to the children in our school system. What is happening, what is taking place is very alarming. And yet if we don't address it, Almighty God, may Jesus have mercy upon we. Because What is taking place in the school system? I know one normal something. You don't think it normal, but it don't normal. My best friend and I went into a specific school today, a high school, and I'm telling you, tears. My best friend teared up today, and tears come up from me. Actually, kind of used to it, and it's sad. Say, you know, I can't even say that I'm used to it, but I see it. I've been seeing it. What is happening among our children? I don't know, Mama. We sat today, or we stood rather today, and we walked and we saw every child, every boy child, especially that passed us today, they look similar. They look similar in walking, they look similar in demeanor, they look similar in dress, and they never look good. Everybody has swag. Everybody them pants jump at them waist. God bless if you were past us today whose pants were on their waist in the school system. Everybody had a kerchief wrapped somewhere. For you see picking them in a school, guys. For you see the picking them, the children them we are at school where we say they are the nation's future. If future not look good. And let me tell you something. They are being heavily influenced by the negativity around them. You see this scamming mentality that is taking over Jamaica. We don't see that it is creeping into schools, and the children are looking up to these negative role models. When the children, the boys passed us today and they had their gun fingers, you know what I mean? Them a walk past and their fingers were cocked at a specific way, like they're handling guns. And peradventure they're not handling guns, but the negative influence around them is so great, and they don't know how to resist it. The darkness is so great around them, they don't know how to resist it. For you see the boy them, for you see them from young to old. We stopped 2 boys today. They were in about 7th form. And they were just rocking like the bad man swag. And their pants were, one of them pants could not lock to how they pant fit in waist and a spoolie in. And we stopped them, and I said to one, "You are so handsome." Then I turned around and saw and I said, "You both are so handsome." And my friend and I were there encouraging them and telling them that they need to lift up their heads and they don't need to look like the older boys. For you see the older boy picking them in a school system. For you see the boy them how them beard up and then look like criminals. God Almighty. I am calling on the Ministry of Education. I don't know what we're going to do, but what we're going to do right now, it is not helping in our function well. I am calling on the churches of Jamaica who no need to keep up and come out and go in a school system, because me are telling you, say, India look dark. India look dark. The children are being influenced. The future not look good. When you ask the boys what they want to be when they grow up, they say an entrepreneur. And I keep saying, I was saying recently with my best friend, and I said, what do I mean entrepreneur? What is this entrepreneur? Because when you venture to question them further, they don't understand what they're talking about. They don't know what they are talking. They don't know what you need to get to entrepreneurship. But then, along the way, because I realized that the answers were becoming similar, along the way, I recognized that this is not the entrepreneur we used to. The thing that is catching them is that they don't want to work. They say they don't want to work for anybody, but they don't know how to explain that. But they don't want to work. And when we reason them, I say entrepreneur. Oh, a chopper they mean. Entrepreneur. They don't want to work. That's where their mindset is. They don't want to work. And they've been seeing these men in the society, little boys who just left high school, I drive Benz, I drive GLE, I drive Alpha or something, and they've never worked. And that to them is an entrepreneur. It's not the same entrepreneur that we learned about in high school. And I see him think them are friends. Ask them. Stop a boy today and ask him or tomorrow what he wants to be, and you hear him say entrepreneur. One boy amazed us. One boy amazed us because he had a vision for his life. He said he wanted to be an accountant. He said he had a skill already because his father is a mechanic and he has learned the trade, and he wants to advance his father's business, so he wants to become an accountant. That's the only boy today who understood what he wanted to be, who knew how to articulate what he was thinking. Everybody else looked like chopper in high school. I'm not exaggerate. It was so sad today. Tears came to our eyes. It was so sad today to see the little boy from grade 7 up to grade 11, how they were walking, how they looked. Their pants were at their buttocks in a school system. Their fingers were cut as if they're holding guns. Then kerchief wrapped around their neck in the school system. Guys, if future look dark. The future look dark, and when you leave from Kingston schools and you go to Clarendon schools and you go to Westmoreland schools and you go to all these schools, you see a similar trend. You see the walk looks the same. You see the talk looks the same. You see the demeanor looks the same. I don't know, cute. I was calling my nephew the other day because him took up the good school pants, go take it in because there's a look, there's a swag that everybody's running down and him look cute. And I said to him, the little nerd boy we used to from primary school, where's that little boy? He said a nerd me want him to become. And I said to him, at least, I said, do you know what a nerd is associated with? A book. Book is what nerd is associated with. Them a boy picking me especially. And then you have the girls following the boy picking them in the school system, like when you're in a community and you see the Dan have you bag of yes men and yes women around them. I saw you looking at school system today, guys. I'm not exaggerate. I saw you looking at system. You know look good. Ministry of Education, you know look good in there. Educators, you know look good in there. Be careful of who you call to come speak to the children in the school system because Jamaica because him take up him good school pants go take it in because there's a look, there's a swag that everybody's running down and him look cute. And I said to him, the little nerd boy we used to from primary school, where's that little boy? He said a nerd me want him to become. And I said to him, at least, I said, do you know what a nerd is associated with? A book. Book is what nerd is associated with. Them a boy picking me especially. And then you have the girls following the boy picking them in the school system, like when you're in a community and you see the Dan have you bag of yes men and yes women around them. I saw you looking at school system today, guys. I'm not exaggerate. I saw you looking at system. You know look good. Ministry of Education, you know look good in there. Educators, you know look good in there. Be careful of who you call to come public speak to the children in the school system because when they look.
Lord Jesus, my side supposed to fix me. Oh my God, you know what? Yes. Oh my God, sorry guys. No, but I turned off my microphone sometime. What should I do for avoid this? I use the next computer to play these videos. I'm mute this and then stream it TikTok to this. That should I do about next time. See the what I people in down because of the echo. Oh, that mercy. I hope they come over to the other page though.
These lives, they never work a day in their life, but them a drive big fancy car and they don't have businesses and they don't have organizations. Where them a get this money from? Be careful. Be careful. Churches of Jamaica only need to get up. God Almighty. Me I tell you, say look dark in there. It look parents. Parents only need to get a better hold on the children. The day before yesterday we saw some children in a particular place and they not done good. Who no cock up with man? Who no have script run? Lord God Almighty, Jamaica, who no see? Jamaica, who no see what go on? We do not picking them. Who no see? I no see them every day. I no laugh. And don't you see that the enemy is so strategic because he's placing and he's strategically placing a male in every household that does shopping now. Look and see if you no see what go on. So there is a negative influence right now in every household, and I'm not just the.
Let me tell you something, man. Something wrong with Jamaica overall. Because the female them rather be with a chopper. Because they might get some money. Whether the lifestyle they're gonna bring them death or trouble, them taking the risk. Yeah, they might take the risk. Nobody wants to do things the right way anymore. And doing things the right way, you're seen as stupid. And you're not cool. You feel me I deal with? But all that will make mistake, in a life, But you see, when you continue to do the same thing and not coming to the realization, say, boy, so the lifestyle ain't alright. Because you see what happen around you, you see a bag of man are dead. And you just turn a blind eye to it and continue thinking, saying, no, it can't happen to you. You feel me I deal with? You know much youth life, the lifestyle they take. You know much youth life gone because of chopping. Whether through bad mind, money no share up right, police, we're in a corruption with them, and all type of things happen over the years in this lifestyle. Yeah. All type of things happen. That's why the Bible say, what it profit a man to gain the world and lose his whole soul. So, sound corny to some people, sound uncool to some people. But wise up in the flesh. Wise up. Me nah go say me I go turn no farmer and them something. Everybody have them purpose. You understand? God have a purpose with all of we. And if we follow God's purpose, there's no way we are going to beg. God will provide. You understand? Let's continue.
Happy mentality me I talk about. It's the lazy mentality where picking them to know where they want to be in life. The picking them not have a vision for themselves. The picking them not aspire for not they're lazy. All them a go to school go do a chat to them friend and me and on lunch money. God bless if the minority will understand what this life is about, understand what they want to be. Jamaica, we're in a very dark place. Because the children them no look good. When you not see out on the yard one, the children them no look good, the system no look good. Rise up and take action, else we are going to suffer. We are going to suffer. Jamaica.
I thought we needed to hear that. Big up that lady, Victorious White, on TikTok. Kingdom Watchers. You can see say she's a woman of God. She's very, very concerned about what she has said. And that's why the Bible say, those who don't have vision, you are going to perish. It is what it is. Understand? So, big her up. Now, this is about Andrew Wheat.
You know how much of them are fret? You know how much of them are fret? I say, people, you know how much of them are fret? You know how much of them are fret? I say, people, God nah sleep. You see, like, oh, that brother named Andrew Wheatley get to be charged. I not call him no doctor because I never see him run a patient. You see, like how him fi get charged are the same way Andrew Ago get charged. You see, all of the lab rats them are jump up and down for JLP and we been a tell them say, listen, this government been robbing the people's purse, robbing taxpayers' money. $3 trillion can't be accounted for. And no matter how we tell them, I know, and we a make up story, and we a look views, and we a look likes. I mean, I say, just give some time, man. You see, anytime I see them little comments there when them on them live and whatever, me just say, listen, a time, God not sleeping. You see, we're in the dark, must have to come to light. I one thing me learn in a life. So that's why you not do wrongs. That's why you try if not nothing too shady or you understand me, I not in a secrecy. Because anyhow, just one person just start labber them out. Light just start shed pan it. Yeah man, people is not we do the investigation, you know. It's the Integrity Commission. It's an independent body. Don't make them trick you, because you see one thing with JLP, you see anytime you start go against them or you start talk against them, anybody or any what you call it, radio station or TV station, you start here say it's a PMP station, it's a PMP people them, a PMP this, a PMP that. And you're like, but you can't say that about the Integrity Commission. Integrity Commission is an independent body, no political affiliations. So where them gonna say?
Yo, them been a said that already, you know. What's up, Carl? UK in the building. Them been a said that already. Them been a call the Integrity Commission, PMP. Them been a do it. But remember when the good gentleman came to Parliament and let it be known. Nonsense. Yes, there's 60+% of Jamaicans that don't vote. That means they have no confidence in either government. The odds of the entire Integrity Commission being a Labourite or PNP, nonsense. But in this case, it's the Labourite saying a PMP, but a them same one put in this entity, a them same one lay down the law and passed the law, and they complimented the law and gave them praise. And as soon as they're being investigated, but I got on time still. I just got on time.
No. How them feel? I realize me never see them alive up. I go live and show the story and you know them you know see them a talk about this. So for them want to hush up and not say nothing and go talk about him not get charged. Him not get charged. It's to be charged. It bad enough. Say him fit. Say the Integrity Commission say him to get charged. It bad. It not matter if him not get charged yet. I'm dead. And he should be removed from the cabinet. If Andrew Holness is a real leader, him going to remove him. If he's not, then you'll know. Because real leaders, that's why you can't have one bad apple and spoil the whole bunch. You have to take out the bad apple fast. Or start spoil up everybody. So me really, I gotta say if Andrew Holness, I gotta sit down in the cabinet with this brother here, knowing.
Obviously, this is an old video, but we already know the answer. Andrew Holness said he would come back and meet with the lawyers. Have you seen Andrew Holness put out a press conference and say, well, we're keeping Andrew Wheatley? All in do I go on Nationwide and address it one time and then he stop. He's hiding from this argument. Totally hiding. Everal Warmington run out. Yeah, I just saw them do them thing. Andrew Holness is a coward, you know. He's a coward. He's a coward. As a leader, he's a coward. When he was in opposition, he had all the smoke for standing for integrity and all of that jazz. Holding the PMP accountable. Richard Asana won't sit in Parliament with you. Win. And now look at him. He's the nucleus of corruption.
Say the Integrity Commission saying to get charged. And I hope the DPP not slow down on that one. Yeah. Hurry up and get it. They not fast track that one. Yeah. Any paper where any case where if we go above that one, yeah, put them one there below and put that one to the top. That one top priority because the people need to know what is going on. We need to know, we need to go to court and answer to them charge. Eh? People may even not bring nothing new to now. Don't go do no own research and see where them actually get charged for. Uno will see. One of them are illicit enrichment, but there's other charges. There's other things where him do. So, God not sleeping, people. Me mama tell you. So you see, all of them, how much of them are afraid? You know how much of them are afraid? Because you see, once if it can come up upon him, you know, me mind, there's no protection, no. All of them with the unite, once the Integrity Commission start digging at them finances and start digging at them things and say, where you get this from? How you get that? When you get this? Your income now go just make you just get that. You understand me? When them start digging at some of them politicians, yeah, hey, father. I say me have a smile on my face, me and tell people, because no matter how many that talk, no matter how many that tell people, and all like comments them and people are rape. None of the comments me have to delete. The amount of cause some of them disgusting, you know, man. When them are commenting, you want to read some of them, you have to delete some of them people. Me I tell you, they're very disgusting.
The people that me put disgusting comment in my comment section, I don't have time for you know. If me book you out, me block you, but me not really search. Me don't have time to search comment like that again. Me too busy. I swear me don't have time to search no comment. So if you don't feel like send me a soon on the comment, I don't have to say something negative. Probably all weeks after me see it or 1 month after. Me don't have time. The government keep me busy. My biggest coward, Georgina. Demonic, yes. Markland, him well demonic, bro.
I don't know how them so die-hearted for JLP, bro. I don't understand. I don't know how you can see past the foolishness. Just look past and say, no, that don't look right. You understand me? Just take a step back and say, hold on. That not sound right. Integrity Commission, them people, them not really affiliated with no PMP or no JLP. So if them a say, you forget charge, or them a look into you, just like how them a look into the Prime Minister, there is something there. Them not another time them a waste, and you understand me, I sit down and look on like things when I go, so them actually have evidence. Them have to have evidence, you know. Them can't just come out and just say that, so you know. Them have to have.
Brother, that the people them for know. The Integrity Commission have a bag of people, a lot them deal with, you know. Them is evidence based. They don't make ruling off of how they feel about something. They make ruling off of the law. Whatever the law say, and that they work with. So if you break the law and the act, you are going to get charged. It's that simple. I don't know personal feelings, my brother. And I see them government, and them put the law in place. I know them have a problem with the law.
Critical evidence too. Critical information against him for actually come out publicly. Because you see one and two things now, but you know evidence for sure say it actually happened. But now since them come out and say him to get charged, there is critical information, and that me a wait on. Me want to see them information. Me want to see wait. Me want to see you go do your own research and look where him get charged from. Me want to see the actual things and where him get this from and how him get that and how this money I hope so. And me want to see, brother. Me want to see. Me want to see people. Remember, me tell you, God not sleep. Don't do nothing shady. Don't do nothing secrecy. Live your life with God, love God, and move forward with God. Because that's the whole him alone can save you. I tell you people. I'm gone. Push the out. You know much of them, my friend?
I approve that message. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this live stream. The reason why I actually went live tonight. You notice I haven't been live late night like I used to. I try to done my live and gone on my bed already from about probably 9 o'clock. But this was too important. From the other day, I didn't want to do this. And I can't make tonight pass. So, let's get into this. This is about the United States. And this is about the United States and USA and Jamaica in between all of it. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Let's get into this video from Jamaica Explainer in regards to the United States, China, and Jamaica. Oh, before I do that, Dennis Minot. Let me see how long this article is. Lord have mercy. Go back. Oh my God. What did I do? How do I go back? Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. There it is. Let me see how long this article is. Alright, now I've got to do the article here by itself. I'm going to do the article here by itself. Bush T. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Brother BOLO TBV and I in this space. We're going to go over this thing here now. From the Jamaica Explainer on TikTok. I'm going to check this out, ladies and gentlemen. China operations in Jamaica. You know, the USA. That relationship. We're going to look into this. Let's listen to this. I'm big up Mr. Wayne Lonesome. I hear Mr. play one of them videos. I'm look at the name and say, oh, I'm gonna go check. So now I'm gonna look on 2 videos of them put up. Check this out.
Step onto a Jamaican construction site and you might wonder, what's with all the Chinese workers? These boots on the ground, part of China's foray into the Caribbean, bringing with it Chinese loans, but also friction. These are the beginnings of a much-needed children's hospital, a gift from China, but one with strings attached. It's their contractor, up to 50% their workers, leaving many in the local industry cut out. At sites across Jamaica, it's often like that, except it's usually a loan, a big one.
So they're doing a number of buildings looking very similar to that one.
That has engineer Carvel Stewart speaking out.
You're saying China essentially loaned money to itself to do work in another country?
Well, that's what it did, because it lends you the money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbour Engineering Company.
The people who build the roads and do the projects.
The people who build the road and do the project.
While the infrastructure is needed, these are the beginnings of a much-needed children's hospital, a gift from China, but one with strings attached. It's their contractor, up to 50% their workers, leaving many in the local industry cut out. At sites across Jamaica, it's often like that, except it's usually a loan, a big one.
So they're doing a number of buildings looking very similar to that one.
That has engineer Carvel Stewart speaking out.
You're saying China essentially loaned money to itself to do work in another country?
Well, that's what it did, because it lends you the money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbour Engineering Company.
The people.
So Jamaica, let me get this straight. China lends Jamaica money, but it's not Jamaica get the money. They lend the money to a company in China, and then 50% of the workers come from China to come and work in Jamaica, and 50% Jamaican. You know, I don't know if that's how things usually work, but something is wrong with that, bro. I don't know. So let me hear what brother I said. Very interesting. At first, man, let's do this in a
People who build the roads and do the projects.
The people build the road and do the project. Because it lends you the money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbour Engineering Company.
The people who build the roads and do the projects.
The people build the road and do the project.
While the infrastructure is needed, the added debt, he says, is not, especially if China's investment doesn't improve the economy in the long run.
We will be seeking funds to repay those loans later on, without having had the opportunity for the economy to earn from those funds.
You hear what the man say? We have to pay back that debt with interest, but the economy does not earn from the funds. No, that first part, I'm going to play it again. No, this serious.
Step onto a Jamaican construction site and you might wonder, what's with all the Chinese workers? These boots on the ground, part of China's foray into the Caribbean, bringing with it Chinese loans, but also friction. These are the beginnings of a much-needed children's hospital, a gift from China, but one with strings attached. It's their contractor, up to 50% their workers, leaving.
Why we couldn't have Jamaican contractors? Money I go back to China, in this a deal, them alone themselves money, it's a Chinese company. So money I go back to China. Yo!
Many in the local industry cut out. At sites across Jamaica, it's often like that.
Only hear that? Local industry cut out. So you have development and the local industry cut out. How is that economically sound for the people in Jamaica?
Except it's usually a loan, a big one.
So they're doing a number of buildings looking very similar to that one.
And that has engineer Carvel Stewart speaking out.
You're saying China essentially loaned money to itself to do work in another country?
Well, that's what it did, because it lends you the money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbor Engineering Company.
The people who build the roads and do the projects.
The people who build the road and do the project.
While the infrastructure is needed, the added debt, he says, is not, especially if China's investment doesn't improve the economy in the long run.
We will be seeking funds to repay those loans later on without having had the opportunity for the economy to earn from those funds.
To understand who wins and who loses, we're hitting the road. Jamaica borrowed $700 million to have a Chinese state-owned firm build this toll highway. 1,000 Chinese were imported to do the work alongside Jamaicans. It's also the first pillar we see of China's strategic plan, an outlet for their labor. And it's hard for Jamaica to say no to China. A country full of dilapidated roads and a government too broke to fix them all. So locals hustle to collect money to pay for cement and do the work themselves.
It's important how we do it.
To put it in perspective, we're heading to meet one of Jamaica's most senior statesmen.
Ambassador.
Morning. How are you?
Very good. Thank you
Pleasure.
very much. Very good to meet you. We'll get you right
Richard Bernal was Jamaica's ambassador to Washington, now runs a global center at its main university.
I know there are cases in other developing countries where they bring in a lot of their own workers. But in this case, the numbers are relatively small and they have been reducing over time.
He dismisses concerns over who's doing the work when you consider what Jamaica is getting with the loans.
One, the terms are quite generous, long repayment periods, low interest. Secondly, the Chinese are very competitive in carrying out these construction projects. And thirdly, what you find is that it comes with less conditionality than Western aid.
But in return for its money, China is looking for influence and opportunity. And that is all about location.
So this is Little Goat Island?
Yes, it is.
Goat Island sits directly north of the strategically critical Panama Canal.
Yes.
And this is where the Jamaican government agreed to allow the Chinese to build a huge port.
This is where they want to build a port.
But when Ingrid Parchment heard about it, she knew it had to be stopped.
I thought, why are we giving away one of our major...
Needs to build a huge port.
This is where they want to build a port.
But when Ingrid Parchment heard about it, she knew it had to be stopped.
I thought, why are we giving away one of our major resources to somebody because they have an idea? Why aren't we protecting for us what we need?
She leads a group responsible for coastal conservation.
What was it that concerned you in particular?
I think the idea that they were going to be leveling the island, removing all of the trees, which is habitat for birds, and also the mangroves in particular, which are where the baby fish and crabs grow. We'd also have been doing a lot of dredging. And the dredging would mean that all of the seagrass, all of that lovely starfish you saw coming, etc., all of that would be lost as well.
But not everyone had a problem.
I think there were mixed responses. Persons thought there's opportunity for employment. Others thought maybe they would be using their boats to carry material back and forth.
Jamaica struggles with that mix, and few places better illustrate that than here, the Alpart mine. Another pillar for China is access to the Caribbean's resources. This mine lay dormant for years, but China needs aluminum, and the bauxite they process here is a key ingredient. When Chinese conglomerate Jisco bought it, they got that access, and the community got jobs.
Do you know anybody who worked at the mine?
My aunt is a chef.
We depend on the mine. That's what we depend on. We don't have no other source beside the plant.
But the mine's reopening also brought problems. Last month, it shut down for an upgrade, pushing many back out to unemployment. But not before Jamaica's environmental regulator issued 16 enforcement orders against Jisco. The source of the problem? This vast residue disposal area. It was blamed for causing serious environmental and human health issues in the neighboring community.
Actually, a mile from the mud lake, and it's really disturbing me.
Are you worried for the kids like this?
Of course, 100% worried.
When the dust blow, sometimes it rash up our skin and all of that.
These are legitimate concerns, but they aren't new ones, says Ambassador Bernal.
I'm not saying they haven't broken some laws, but guess what? The residue from bauxite plants have been here since they were established 50 years ago by Canadians and American firms.
So if Jamaicans are concerned, he argues, they should take it up with their own government. Which is what Ingrid's group did. They pushed back against.
Yeah, man. Take it up with the government. And this is, I'm being very, very fair, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever is responsible, PNP or JLP, things have to change. Currently, the JLP is in government now. I will know so them licky and yummy. Hungry belly. Greedy. So then we sell out everything. Sell out the future, sell out everything. So we are in a conundrum, innit? Let's continue.
It's the government and won. Plans for the port on Goat Island? Cancelled.
One of the things we were fearful of is that if you allowed for this, then what next?
China did ultimately build Caribbean ports, just not in Jamaica.
I think the big thing is trade.
China analyst Scott McDonald is writing a book all about it. He's even got the title, The New Cold War in the Caribbean.
Is the U.S. and China definitely have marked out a new competitiveness, a rivalry, if you want, that does look like a Cold War in some aspects.
Because this is right in their backyard. This is the American backyard.
This allows China to make a poke at the United States in its soft underbelly, if you want.
The U.S. has warned Caribbean countries about taking on too much debt from China.
Does debt mean that you are much more than just indebted on an economic level, that you are in part owned by China?
I wouldn't go to say that you're owned, but perhaps China has a leverage.
China has enough sway that...
Brother, anytime the money want to pay off debt with China, you see what lands over there, so. The best land them with the most water. That's not good for we. That is not in our best interest. I don't business for China or the United States. That is not in our best interest. We need a government or governments that protect the sovereignty of the people and maximize on our own assets instead of giving them away. Get serious. If China wants to partner with us in getting whoever you have over there that are teachers to come and train the Jamaican people how to do it ourselves. And if they had done that years ago, we wouldn't need China anymore to be over here to do the work. No, we should have our own refineries, our own people doing it, all of that stuff. But you need leaders with vision and leaders that are not licky and sellouts.
Jamaica's Prime Minister just visited Beijing, but soon after announced a pause in any new borrowing, shifting more towards public and private investment. Jamaicans are now among more than 4 billion people globally touched by China's involvement beyond its own borders. China is playing the long game, and it's getting closer and closer to our own shores.
No army, no warning, just concrete, contracts and quiet. First it was the roads, then the buildings, then the cars, They didn't invade, they invested. No army, no warning, just concrete, contracts and quiet. First it was the roads, then the buildings, then the cars, the houses, the ports, the land. All of it signed away piece by piece. Most never noticed. While the population focused on survival, the terms were being set. While the country waited on progress, the future was quietly sold. This isn't fiction. This is Jamaica. This is now. Inside the Caribbean, the China Files. A 9-part investigation into influence, ownership, and the slow disappearance of control. Not by force, but by design. It began with a handshake in 1972. Michael Manley's administration officially established diplomatic ties between Jamaica and the People's Republic of China. At the time, the move was seen as bold. Jamaica, a small post-colonial state, aligning itself with a rising communist power in the middle of the Cold War. In the beginning, it was ceremonial. Cultural exchanges, the odd trade agreement, mutual respect. China was far away and felt even further. But by the 2000s, that relationship had matured, and things started moving faster than anyone expected. Highway 2000 was the first wake-up call, a massive multi-million-dollar project funded and built by Chinese state-owned firms. The Jamaican public saw smoother roads, faster commutes, and new bridges. What they didn't see was the fine print. A decades-long concession agreement, Chinese management of toll roads, and repayment terms tied to foreign debt. At first, it seemed like development. But who was really benefiting? Chinese construction companies imported their own labor, often with language barriers and cultural walls that kept them isolated. Local Jamaican workers were hired only in limited numbers, mostly for lower-paying roles. Meanwhile, Chinese companies brought their own engineers, their own materials, and even their own heavy equipment.
That is a big problem. I don't care, bro. I'm in a business for China, bro. The relationship has developed in such a way where now it don't really. No, bro. From look how long we link with China. Why is it that it's not a situation where we are getting the skills training to do the jobs that they come here to do? And you remember when Andrew said the Chinese are going to build 3 STEM schools? What is going on with my internet? No, man. Come like to me, I talk about China, the man I try mash up my live stream. What is going on with my internet? The hell? Watch out. YouTube mash up. Can you guys hear me? Yo, can you guys hear me? Still? That's interesting.
Money didn't circulate in Jamaica. It went back to China. By 2013, Chinese state-owned enterprises were involved in almost every major infrastructure project on the island, from the North-South Highway to government buildings, ports, and downtown Kingston revitalization plans. The loans kept flowing. So did the promises. At least $2.1 billion USD in financing from Chinese banks had been funneled into Jamaica between 2002 and 2020. And with every loan came a contract, a repayment plan, and often a stake in the project itself. Then came the shift. The influence was no longer just about roads and buildings. Came the agreement, Chinese management of toll roads, and repayment terms tied to foreign debt. But that relationship had matured, and things started moving faster than anyone expected. Highway 2000 was the first wake-up call, a massive multi-million-dollar project funded and built by Chinese state-owned firms. The Jamaican public saw smoother roads, faster commutes, and new bridges. What they didn't see was the fine print. A decades-long concession agreement, Chinese management of toll roads, and repayment terms tied to foreign debt. At first, it seemed like development. But who was really benefiting? Chinese construction companies imported their own labor, often with language barriers and cultural walls that kept them isolated. Local Jamaican workers were hired only in limited numbers, mostly for lower-paying roles. Meanwhile, Chinese companies brought their own engineers, their own materials, and even their own heavy equipment. The money didn't circulate in Jamaica. It went back to China.
That is the problem. That we cannot sacrifice in the sake of developing the island, and the money does not circulate here. The Chinese get the big bucks, all the engineers and everything. And we get what? roads that they are going to continuously take money for at the toll. No, brother. No. I don't believe for Chinese, Japanese, Quantanese, USAnese. I don't be pennies on the dollar. No. No. This has to stop. We need to take a hard turn from this. Same thing with the tourism sector. Not protecting our workers. It's like Jamaica is this slave plantation, this sophisticated slave plantation. Where is the real benefit for the people long term? Short term, we just want to look like we are making progress. What about actually making progress? This is not progressive. It's not. I'm sorry, it is not.
By 2013, Chinese state-owned enterprises were involved in almost every major infrastructure project on the island, from the North-South Highway to government buildings, ports, and downtown Kingston revitalization.
Why you think the USA work with no building with Chinese men? There you go. Influence gone too far, Jamaica.
Plans. The loans kept flowing, so did the promises. At least $2.1 billion USD in financing from Chinese banks had been funneled into Jamaica between 2002 and 2020. And with every loan came a contract, a repayment plan, and often a stake in the project itself. Then,
no, with a country no like this, and you have corrupt leaders, we want to full up for them pocket. China get to sink them teeth deeper into the riches of Jamaica. The real wealth, by giving them these long-term, these long contracts with these fine print and concessions, playing the long game. By the time I turn around and look, we own nothing as the people of Jamaica. We're in debt to China. Hello, somebody? Do you want your child to grow up and end up in a situation where they're in massive amount of debt? Don't make no sense, brother.
Then came the shift. The influence was no longer just about roads and buildings. It was creeping into the economy, trade, and even the daily lives of ordinary Jamaicans. Walk into any wholesaler or plaza across Kingston or Montego Bay. The goods? Predominantly Chinese imports. From hardware to household items, Chinese products dominate the shelves. Cheap, plentiful, and often lower in quality. Local manufacturers can't compete on price. Many simply folded. At the ports, import data tells the story.
So we don't endorse our brand Jamaica. We allow China to flood our market. All fake rice, fake curry, all type of thing are coming to Jamaica. We have to take a serious look and weigh the pros and the cons. Real talk.
Even clearer. China is now one of Jamaica's largest trading partners, with imports from China quadrupling between 2005 and 2020. But it's not a balanced trade. Jamaica exports very little back. This is a
China is lit. We are a feeding tree for China. How is that good business? You think so we can go as Jamaica? You think a Jamaican company can go to China and do what Chinese company are doing in Jamaica? It will not happen.
One-way economic street. China sells and Jamaica buys. The automobile industry followed the same pattern. Brands like BYD, Changan, and Great Wall Motors flooded the Jamaican market. They undercut the Japanese dominance by offering cheaper vehicles with flashy features. But the trade-off? Spare parts are hard to find. Maintenance is limited to specific dealerships. When something goes wrong, owners are often stuck, with no option but to go back to the dealer and pay premium. In 2017,
Wanna see the debt trap? Wanna see the money trap? China play chess. What's up, Nama? China play serious level of chess. And our leader was set him a chess player for the last 10 years. He's just stacking up chips, baby. Wealth. For himself.
A government-backed plan surfaced to create a Chinatown district in downtown Kingston. It was branded as a cultural initiative, a place for trade, food and community. But the public response was swift and cold. Many Jamaicans felt it was tone-deaf, another symbol of Chinese overreach, this time dressed up as multiculturalism. The plan was shelved. That didn't stop China, it just changed the method. Instead of a physical Chinatown, influence began flowing in more subtle ways. Scholarships for Jamaican students to study in China, equipment donations to hospitals and police departments, free Mandarin classes hosted through Confucius Institutes, training programs for local civil servants. All of this looked generous, and maybe it...
Why you think they want? What's up, one Devs? How you doing, my baby? Why you think they want for we to learn Chinese now? So we can be their servant and their slave when they take over Jamaica as a Chinese colony. Hello, somebody? The long game. It's the same thing the Americans did when they went to conquer, you know? That's why English so dominant. The same thing Europeans did and change the language. It's just a new slave master emerge. Hello, somebody? Modern day slavery. Can I get an amen?
But behind the gifts was a pattern. Strategic influence disguised as friendship. And it wasn't always clear who was setting the terms. By 2020, concerns were quietly growing. Media reports hinted at a lack of transparency in Chinese contracts. Opposition politicians occasionally raised red flags. But nothing stuck. The government defended the deals as necessary for growth, a win-win for both countries. But was it? In several high-profile projects...
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Chinese relationship with Jamaica now, you see them are going at the Andrew Holness-led government movements now. Because yes, the PMP did have the first reach out to the Chinese. But what it has developed into and what they have gotten, the type of influence that they have gained in the last 10 years under Andrew Holness-led administration. Unno say the USA alupan hey Andrew in a trouble. Me say Andrew in a blur na trouble. Only thing say Andrew Holness asleep with that night. When make a sad mistake.
Local contractors complained of being locked out. Jamaican business owners said they were treated like spectators on their own soil. And with more Chinese companies bidding and winning on major opposition, politicians occasionally raised red flags. But nothing stuck. The government defended the deals as necessary for growth, a win-win for both countries. But was it? In several high-profile projects, local contractors complained of being locked out. Jamaican business owners said they were treated like spectators on their own soil. And with more Chinese companies bidding and winning on major tenders, many Jamaicans wondered if the playing field was still fair. Then
so the local contractors them a ball out and been a ball out.
There was the issue of land. Some infrastructure deals included land leases lasting 50 years or more. In a few cases, Chinese companies were granted use of portlands and industrial zones for extended periods, effectively removing those assets from national control for decades. Technically, Jamaica still owned the land, but functionally, control was gone, and with the leases buried deep in legal jargon, the average Jamaican had no idea. At this point, you start to ask, how much influence is too much? And how did Jamaica, a country that once prided itself on independence, become so dependent? This wasn't a war. There were no tanks, no coups, no uprisings, just contracts, quiet deals, and debt. Some call it economic diplomacy. Others call it a form of modern colonialism. Either way, the result is the same. China now plays a significant role in shaping Jamaica's economy, infrastructure, and future. and the people, many are just now waking up to the scope of it all. Because one day a generation of Jamaicans may find themselves living in prefab homes built by foreign hands.
I don't notice how Andrew want these modular homes, these container homes. You see you want to move people off to go give them modular homes. Boy, Jamaica, I'm really hope son wake up, you know. Yeah, man. And this is why I had to come out and play this video.
Commuting on toll roads managed from overseas, and shopping in stores where every label is printed in another language, and they'll call it normal. The silent hand doesn't break the door down, it just waits until no one's watching. Then it turns the lock. So now you know how it started. The roads, the loans, the quiet handshakes. But that was just the surface, because in episode 2 we're digging into the part they really don't want to talk about. The land, who owns it, who controls it, and what it means when a country leases away key pieces of itself for 50 years or more, just to settle a debt. They called it development, but when you read the fine print it starts to look a lot more like a sale. Episode 2, Land for Loan. Did Jamaica sell itself? Watch it right now by clicking the box on the screen, or check the link in the description, or in the pinned comment below. This is Inside the Caribbean, the China Files, and this is just the beginning.
Inside the Caribbean, the China Files. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you something. I want to like and share this video here. Me I left that pound of conscience. You understand? Mighty God. And that is why I came on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I did great. 2 hour flat. Oh my goodness. I feel so good. I did 2 hours flat tonight, man. And I made it where I wanted to make it. But let me see. Let me check on my 2 favorite TikTok pages before I go on. So Jamaica, that explainer on TikTok, guys. Make sure you go and check them out and keep abreast.
They didn't invade.
And keep abreast with what's happening. You understand? With this Chinese influence on Jamaica, what's actually going on with it. Alright, okay. So A Word and a Verse has not put out anything this weekend. Let me see, man. Good. London 45, I enjoy a vacation. I also TikTok tired of London 45. Go yeah. You know what I
Spokespersons and myself have signed. None of your people have signed it. I am committed to ensuring that all members of the executive, when we form government, will have their Integrity Commission declarations published, not just the leader of the opposition and what should happen, but hasn't happened in your case because you're not certified, the Prime Minister. So the whole question that has been asked is an excellent question. And we really need to step up our vigilance against corrupt behavior, nepotism and cronyism. The volume of scandals under this Jamaica Labour Party government is unprecedented. We have signed the Leadership by Integrity Commission. All of our spokespersons and myself have signed. None of your people have signed it. I am committed to ensuring that all members of the executive, when we form...
So nobody not excited. No English fans not there Jamaica. Unless say England pull off the impossible and win their game versus Mexico 3-2. That is a very big game. So them score 36 minutes. Jude Bellingham, I don't even know who name so. Him scored the 36 and the 38 minute, and then Julian Quinones 42 minute, and then Harry Kane score the 68th minute, and then Raul, so that was 3-1, and then Raul Jimenez scored 69 minute, and the man then get one red card. So hold on. So you're telling me that England was playing down by 10 men and still beat Mexico at the Azteca. Oh yeah, we gotta give England a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. They are the real deal. So 6 minutes after him get the red card, Hurricane scored. It was 2-1 at that time. Mexico made a mistake, innit? They got too confident because they were up by 10. I can't imagine what happened. But let's continue. Just a few videos to check on over here.
Mr. Olness, sir, the Jamaican people, we are tired of the lies. We're fed up. We cannot deal with any more lies, Mr. Olness. I saw you on Nationwide, and you basically was saying that we're going to be getting doctors. Mr. Olness, sir, the Jamaican people, we are tired of the lies. We're fed up. We cannot deal with any more lies, Mr. Olness. I saw you on Nationwide, and you basically was saying that we're going to be getting doctors and nurses from Ghana, India, and Nigeria. Now, I need to know if you and the health minister is working in two different departments, because the health minister now saying that we're going to be getting over 50 nurses from Cuba. So, at the end of the day,
What
Mr. Olness,
can go
where is it that the truth lie? Because I'm sure say it no lie with you and it no lie with your health minister and with some bunch of liars. Are you willing to tell me that the Cuban government is now willing to send back over 50 of their nurses and doctors to Jamaica after you all send them home, claiming that they have been trafficked because they have to be working their money and giving it to the government? So you're now telling me that the Cuban government decided that they're going to send the nurses here and they will be signing their own contracts with the Jamaican government, and they won't be giving any of their money to the Cuban government. And you're also saying that the Cuban nurses and doctors coming back to Jamaica, they won't be trafficked. What's going on? What's going on? We need to know where the truth lie. That is one of my concerns I'm come with this morning. My second concern I'm come with this morning. You and your cabinet members, them on is a bunch of bully. Me see the one vase him in a parliament a behave like when him a cuss Anne-Marie and a farner off. Vase aka Pum Pum Vase. Me see him buckle stopper a fan off with the most disrespectful behavior in the parliament, like when him there me had to lift up him frack and a trace Anne-Marie. And no one in the parliament on your side decided to stop him. Madam Speaker didn't have a problem with it.
That is
So,
funny,
una have
honey.
a sit a bully in the parliament where you know who to take on. So you want to take on Mr. Golding with your bullyism. Bigfoot want to take on Nikisha, and Darrell Vase, aka Bucklestopper Duncehead, want to take on Dr. Dawes. What a shame. What a shame. I remember your words, government badness, but let me tell you something. You all dealing with the parliament like you're going to be there forever. Mr. One, you're not going to be there forever. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. You hear me? And when I look into all of what is going on, I can hear your voice continuously echo in my brain, stating that when it comes on to transparency, you are going to make sure that this government saw transparency and held people accountable. And so far, all I can see you're doing is conspiring. You conspire for thief, you conspire for lie, you conspire with the security minister for kill out the Jamaican people them and tell lie upon them. When is the Jamaican people ever gonna get a break from you criminals? When we gonna get a break? I would love to know, because this seems like it's a never-ending battle between the Jamaican people and this evil, corrupt, criminal government that you are the head of, calling yourself 1 PM. It's a shame and it's a disgrace to the nation. 8 months after Category 5 hurricane strike Jamaica and destroy how many parishes, you want to tell me that we still don't get no doctors and nurses from overseas? Why you don't call America? Why you don't call Trump and let Trump send some American doctors over here? Why not? Well, let us see how this is going to work out with the over 50 Cuban nurses and doctors that is going to return to Jamaica. Because let me tell you something, Mr. Honest, on a lie, on a lie, on a lie, on a lie, on a lie. I believe nothing that comes out of your damn mouth. You's a damn liar, and you's a thief, and you're cruel, and you's evil.
Embarrassing.
We need some milk. Stand up to you, Mr. Olness. We are gonna stand up to you with your misinformation, your disinformation, and your lies to the Jamaican people. We're going to stand up, and when you say you're going to counter us individually, remember we are the one out here countering you, because he's a damn liar, and we know say you're thief, evil. Why you think I don't answer the lab rats them when they're coming at me? Because if they can watch their leaders in parliament that representing them behave like hooligans, bullies with all the arrogance, how do you expect them to behave better out here? This is why I don't answer them. I don't give them my time. Because guess what? They are watching what y'all doing and displaying the same behavior out here. It is a shame though. It is a damn shame. It is a shame that we have a government where we cannot trust. We can't believe nothing we want to say on a lie, on a lie, on a lie. Security minister lie, health minister lie, prime minister lie. Jesus Christ, no one bag of Eli on a lie. On a lie. And remember, we're not fools out here. We're doing the best we can by speaking on the things that y'all are doing. But let me tell you something, Mr. Olness. The revolution is brewing. It is brewing. And don't think you're going to get away with nothing that you done to Jamaican people. Don't think you're going to get away with it. Everything is going to take its place and time. Guys, I'm going biking.
I got tired listening.
So somebody tell London 45 say TikTok tired her. TikTok say, she say, yeah, I got tired fi see me face. Pop, pop, can't get me out of the race. Let me just get the article out that way, because I nearly forgot about it. Dennis Mine at Jamaica bound MOUs from Venezuela, France, Switzerland. Let's read.
Every generation has its defining policy test. Ours may well be whether Jamaica chooses to build its future upon engineering reality or upon political optimism. The recently announced Memorandum of Understanding involving Mr. Michael Leachin, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, and Energy Minister Darrell Vaz has once again placed small modular reactors before the Jamaican public as though nuclear power were the inevitable, glamorous next chapter of national development. It is not. That MOU rightly frames itself as no substitute for feasibility, geology, design, or financing. An MOU is not a feasibility study, an engineering design, a geological investigation, a financial close, or a license from nature to suspend the laws of physics. Scarcely had the latest enthusiasm emerged than nature issued three powerful reminders. Venezuela spoke through geology, France through thermodynamics, and Switzerland through cooling water reality. A Venezuelan flag is seen painted on a damaged wall. Three recent warnings Jamaica should not ignore. Country. What happened? Lesson for Jamaica. Venezuela. A major seismic event in the Caribbean, South American plate boundary region reminded the region that fault systems are not abstractions. Jamaica cannot plan high-consequence infrastructure as though Caribbean tectonics were a footnote. France. During the European heatwave, EDF reduced output or shut down reactors at several plants because river temperatures and environmental limits constrained cooling. Nuclear stations remain thermal plants governed by Rankine and Carnot realities, not by political ambition. Switzerland. The Besneau plant, cooled by the Ara River, had output affected during extreme heat as European rivers warmed. Even wealthy, disciplined, technically advanced countries cannot negotiate with overheated cooling water.
So, the basis of this article already is very important because Andrew owners have this grand idea, so they're going to use nuclear modular. What I'm saying? Small modular reactors, nuclear modular reactors, to deal with our electricity and energy problem. It's like it's like the devil instructor, brother. Honestly to God. So now, this is important. The earthquake will hit Venezuela. Can you imagine we have these small modular reactors in Jamaica and an earthquake lick? We are sitting on tectonic plates. There's volcanoes all around the Caribbean. All of these tectonic plates are connected. We have something called climate change, right? That they're pushing. So the ocean is warming up. And the examples that he just gave a while ago between Venezuela, France, and Switzerland is that even though these countries have their money and they have bigger plants and they're using that technology, they face challenges to even keep those areas cool. Sorry about that, guys. They face challenges to keep those areas, those plants a temperature at a safe level, because if the temperature goes up, boom, right? Man, boy, this dude, man, hey, Andrew Ennis he's not Andrew Ennis. He's an alien in G. Oh my God.
The significance of the Venezuelan warning lies not merely in magnitude, but in reminder. Jamaica and Venezuela are neighbors of the same restless Caribbean plate. Venezuela sits where that plate interacts with the South American plate. Jamaica sits where it encounters the North American plate through a complex network of strike-slip faults, including the Enriquillo Plantain Garden Fault System. No cabinet decision repositions fault lines. No investment announcement negotiates with geology. Engineers speak of design basis events. The maximum hazard severity of facility is engineered to withstand. Yet reality has an unsettling habit of exceeding assumptions. Earthquakes rarely arrive as neat textbook events. They arrive with aftershocks, landslides, damaged roads, interrupted communications, power loss, bridge failure, water disruption, and panic. Complex systems fail not because one component breaks, but because several independent failures occur together. Nuclear safety systems are engineering marvels. But mechanical systems, diesel generators, cooling lines, containment structures, control rooms, switchyards, transformers, and access roads are not metaphysical objects floating above geography. They occupy soil, rock, coastal corridors, and watersheds. They depend on a functioning grid, trained personnel, reliable water, and rapid emergency response. In a major earthquake, all of those assumptions may degrade at once. France's heatwave turns rivers too warm for reactors. Photo credit. iStock, Yahoo. Supporters of SMRs correctly observe that modern reactors include passive safety systems. Nuclear engineering has learned much from 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, and Fukushima. Yet improved engineering does not abolish residual risk. It merely attempts to manage it. Radioactive material requires absolute, long-duration containment regardless of reactor size. The adjective small refers mainly to output, not to consequence. The question before Jamaica is
that line. The adjective small does not refer to output. It refers to output and not consequences. So what he's saying is that although they're going to use small modular reactors, the consequence of those systems failing are still very, very bad. Jamaica is already small. That's why I said this man has to be an alien. I don't know. He has to be guided by the devil. I'm telling you, this dude, Andrew Ennis, I'm telling you, yo.
Is not whether an SMR can... The question before Jamaica is not whether an SMR can be made to work somewhere. The question is whether a small, hurricane-prone, earthquake-exposed island of fewer than 3 million people should accept the spatial, financial, regulatory, and emergency planning consequences of a nuclear tail risk failure. In a continental country, a nuclear accident may be regional. In Jamaica, it could be national. There is no meaningful way to which the island can evacuate. A severe contamination event would threaten agricultural lands, freshwater systems, coastal tourism zones, fisheries, real estate, public confidence, and the very habitability of key corridors. A 30-kilometer exclusion zone in Jamaica is not a planning abstraction, it is a parish-level crisis. Nor does an SMR operate in splendid isolation. It is a dependent node in a web of national infrastructure. It needs an exceptionally stable grid, secure cooling arrangements, functioning roads, telecommunications, emergency services, security protocols, and disciplined regulation. Upon an emergency shutdown or scram, a reactor stops producing power but still requires reliable electricity to remove residual heat. It moves from being a generator to being a demanding safety-critical load. For Jamaica's small grid, where peak demand hovers below 700 megawatts, the sudden loss of even a 100 megawatts nuclear block would be a severe systemic shock. The island-wide blackout earlier in June 2026 reminded us that electrical networks respond not to speeches, but to disciplined engineering, preventive maintenance, automated protection, vegetation management, pole hardening, black start capability, and trained operators. The Besno plant, cooled by the Ara River, had output affected during extreme heat as European rivers warmed. Then comes France. During the present European heatwave, several EDF reactors faced reductions or shutdowns because elevated river temperatures risked breaching environmental limits designed to protect aquatic ecosystems. At Gulfec, one reactor was shut down. Output reductions also affected Nogent-sur-Seine and Buggy. This was not an anti-nuclear slogan. It was thermodynamics reporting for duty. Switzerland adds the same lesson in an even tidier form. The Besno nuclear power plant is old, experienced, regulated, and located in one of the world's most technically competent countries. Yet it too remains dependent on the temperature of the Ara River for cooling. The wider European heatwave has pushed rivers and infrastructure into stress, with nuclear output reductions reported as overheated rivers constrained operations. This is the point Jamaica must grasp. Nuclear reactors are not magic boxes. They're sophisticated thermal power stations. They obey the Rankine cycle. Their upper theoretical efficiency is bounded by Carnot's insight. They require reliable heat rejection to an environment cooler than the working fluid. When ambient temperatures rise and cooling water becomes too warm, performance declines, environmental limits tighten, and output may fall precisely when electricity demand rises.
This is why areas like Antarctica, maybe Russia, these areas that are extremely cold, it would make more sense for you to have a nuclear plant in those areas instead of a place that is already hot like Jamaica, and then the fact that the place I get hotter because of climate change. What are they thinking? Crazy.
Rises. Climate change, therefore, does not merely create storms and sea level rise. It also narrows the operating margins of thermal generation. A hotter Jamaica would not make nuclear cooling easier. It would make disciplined engineering, water access, environmental compliance, and emergency planning more demanding. This is why the wiser alternative is distributed resilience. Jamaica possesses abundant sunshine, wind corridors, farm biomass opportunities, small hydro potential, battery storage, smart inverters, and demand response possibilities. A diversified renewable system spread across thousands of sites is not merely cleaner, it is structurally more resilient. If one solar farm, wind site, microgrid, or biomass unit fails, the whole country does not become hostage to one specialized machine. Distributed energy also democratizes opportunity. It creates work for electricians, technicians, roofers, farmers, engineers, data specialists, and contractors across all 14 parishes. It strengthens hospitals, schools, water pumps, police stations, and community shelters. It allows microgrids to survive when the main grid struggles. It builds national competence from the ground up. Nuclear development, by contrast, concentrates risk, expertise, financing, and emergency dependence within one extraordinarily specialized enclave. It imports fuel cycle obligations, waste responsibilities, security burdens, decommissioning costs, and regulatory demands that will outlive several governments. The latest MOU should therefore be welcomed only if it provokes serious national scrutiny, not premature celebration. Jamaicans deserve evidence rather than enthusiasm, engineering rather than aspiration, hard numbers rather than glamorous renderings. Venezuela reminds us that plate tectonics cannot be moved. France reminds us that thermal plants cannot escape overheated rivers. Switzerland reminds us that even advanced societies must bow before cooling water limits. Taken together, these three Jamaica-bound warnings point to one conclusion: nature negotiates with no one. Governments may sign agreements with financiers, foreign agencies, and technology promoters. But no government has ever signed an MOU with the Caribbean Plate, the Rankine cycle, the Carnot limit, or the second law of thermodynamics.
I knew that there was a reason why that article drew me to it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. You remember when they said 5 in 4? Now they're talking about small nuclear reactors. Like and share the video, ladies and gentlemen. That's my time, guys. Thank you guys for your support. TikTok, we didn't even go close, but it is what it is. I guess there's a lot of new people here, and it's the likes. This is terrible. I'm just letting you know. That's terrible. For 2 hours and 24 minutes, you guys are telling me that you don't want me on TikTok, so I'm going to leave TikTok. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do my videos and encourage persons to come over to YouTube. It don't make no sense for doing a TikTok live. Especially this time of the night, it wouldn't make no sense. I'm going to leave TikTok alone. Yeah, TikTok don't really make no sense. Total waste of time at this point. But I'm just doing my videos there when I feel like, and that's it. And plus, I don't have enough phone feet anyway. The phone I get old stress me out. So that's my decision. When I feel like go on TikTok live, I go on TikTok live. But I'm not gonna make it a priority anymore. It does not appear that persons are getting notifications anywhere. TikTok, YouTube, but better me stick to YouTube and consolidate the people that over the side. Pastor, what's going on, man? No saying it's strange for you up them hours there, cause them hours there up and a prayer and these things. Fasting and prayer session. But what you doing, Pastor Peter Chambers? What you doing? You need to call in. Give a link. I forgot give a link, man of God. But thank you guys for those that tap the screen, and thank you guys for those that joined the fan club on TikTok. And big up to everybody that dropped a comment and interacted, whether on BOLO TBV, BOLO VNR Clips, BOLO VNR 2.0. Thank you guys for your support. And that's my time, man. See you guys tomorrow in the morning at probably around 11 or so. Or 12. Yes, around 12 tomorrow. Alright. That is it. So see you guys later. Appreciate you. Hit the like button before you leave. Thank you.